Well, it's all out of the bag. Everything's been revealed. The person behind all this the stuff is Jason Seen. Some stupid, dodgy Canuck who's decided to come to SCW to do whatever it is he wants to do, but to do it to me to get a leg up. I wish there was more to it. Maybe there is, but for the moment, he's all I gotta focus on. So he's all I'm gonna care about. Now, because of contractual stipulations and the spirit of the game, as it were, I have been entered in a tournament. We're doing quite well, actually, which is good to know. It's me and JT Cash, longtime buddies and former partners, twice over, teamed up again to take out 3 other teams in a big tournament for Bernie's Strip Club and Grill title. Yeah, this is actually not a bad thing for me because it gives me a chance to get my Grand Slam, because the one title I was always missing was the TV title. United Champion, Tag Champion, former Tag Champion. Hardcore Champion, been there, done that as well. And Global title. There we go. That's the Stu Who title list so far. That's what my cabinet out the back says. Now, this gives me a chance to add the TV title, formerly known as, to my accolades. Meaning I'll be the first new generation Grand Slam champion, which could be good. I mean, that's one up on Cyclone, who's a former Grand Slammer. So it'll be the final nail in the coffin. All I gotta do to do this is keep my head in the game, watch out for any sneak attacks Scene might decide to throw at us, and team up again and beat the team of Valentine and Scorpio. Now, this is an interesting proposition in itself because Scorpio and Valentine haven't been really existing as a team. They've been at a sort of impasse. They've taken the frenemy thing to its logical conclusion, and they have kind of been not at each other's throats, but just at odds since day one. Despite this, they've still managed to get a win. Scorpio proving how dominant he is. He wants to basically go out and show the world that he's not some pussy-whipped little gay guy trying to closetly chat up the hottie at school while comparing notes on how to do their hair and stuff. This is unfair on Scorpio. Scorpio is a legit competitor who has spent many a time fighting in women's matches. No, I mean, spent many a time here in SCW just destroying his opponents. He is a gifted athlete. I cannot complain about this. Diana Valentine, again, one of the sort of Scottish, English female ensemble who hang around with the McFarlanes, and it's one of those. They kind of all know each other, and they got introduced to SCW for them, so they got the heritage. They know what things are doing. It's kind of reads across like some great big sisterhood kind of brotherhood or family thing, and it's cool in a way. I mean, what's wrong with people knowing each other in other feds? I mean, they come onto SCW, they have their own sort of baggage for us, but it's all on camera stuff, all kayfabe. And if you've got relationships in other federations, someone's enemies may, in many ways, be friends in other federations because of the constraints of basically. It boils down to, the people you know best is the people you want to hang out. I mean, point in case, Dougie Fresh and Paradox McSweeney, and totally at odds with each other in SCW, teamed up and took the experts and all the rest of it by storm, and they basically were a force to be reckoned with, which is what it's all about. Because familiarity, even if you're an opponent, if you can put that aside and work together, you are greater than some of your parts. It's the way that JT Cash and myself have actually worked quite well. Sure, we've got a lot of familiarity in terms of we've teamed up before, but it's more to do with the fact that both of us are willing to put aside our differences and our current problems and actually do that. JT is probably going to go in this fully expecting me to not lie down, but fight my corner when it comes to actually fighting him, and he wants a good match out of me. But in order to get there, we have to win. If we win this match, we're through. We are the 2 people fighting for that new title. We will be the first ever holder of the Bernie's Strip Club and Grill title. This is a great thing. This is a good accolade. This is one of those firsts for SCW. This is something... Camera's not playing today. This is something that JT Cash and myself both want to be involved with. It's new and improved and exciting. And for two veterans such as us, it's always good to be new and improved and exciting because it's so easy to go stale. And right now, I'm trying to talk to you from less of the sort of insane Psychobabble 3 stuff. I've kind of gone and done a lot of Far Cry and just kind of got it out of my system. I've just literally fucking killed things until it was out of my system. And because of this, I'm able to talk to you relatively civilly, and Bella has helped, and Dawning has helped as well. And Jason Scene, being in the Hardcore Time Limit title, has done my morale no end. I mean, the fact that he's going to get his ass kicked by Bella 3 or 4 times is a good thing. And he also gets everybody else on the roster as well, because all we need to do is get Jason Scene to get the belt once or twice, and he gets everybody else kicking his ass as well. It's a win-win, actually, extremely win, thinking about it. 150% win, because when I'm finally done with the Bernie Strip Club and Grill title tournament, and JT and me have had our final fling, and whoever wins, then I can get Jason Cena all to myself. And at that point, Jason knows what SCW is all about. He can compete properly, and the fans will be able to appreciate him for who he is more than what he's done. As much as my slightly numb groin is not appreciating him for what he's done. And Payback will be a bastard. You never hear this from me very often, but this is one promise I will make. When Payback finally happens, Payback will be an absolute bastard. I can 150% guarantee that, baby. So just keep watching this space. So, there's not much more to say. I mean, do we concentrate on the inability of Scorpio and Valentine to cooperate very well? Occasionally they do. Flashes of brilliance, moments of almost preconceptual kind of just meshing together, which is good. Which is proper teamwork, is what we're talking about. From adversity breeds familiarity, from familiarity breeds teamwork. But again, they're going at this with the idea that if they win, there's a playoff. So we have a bonus in this one. Because we've won 2 matches, they've won 1 and lost 1. If they win against us, then both of us will have won 2 and lost 1, and there'll be a playoff match where we'll have to face each other again. So they're fighting for a second chance, whereas we're just fighting to move on to the next round. It's much more sort of we have the advantage by virtue of not having to worry too much about getting that actual win. It's not saying we're not going to get that win, because we want that win. We want to make it easy for ourselves. We want to have it pure. We want it to be Stu Hu and JT Cash fighting each other, frenemies, the whole point of this tournament. We don't want it to be a case of, a muddy decision where, like, suddenly it's 1-on-1, but there's 4 people involved, or we have to fight another match before we can get involved. We want it to be clean. We want it to be simple and easy, and above all, just fun for the fans and fun for ourselves. It's what it is all about. And obviously, I'm wondering how much I get paid every time I mention the word Bernie's Strip Club and Grill. Go there. It's actually not as sordid as we thought. It is, but it's passable. It's good for a lad's night out, or if you want some ribs and a stripper. Not necessarily. It's weird, but at the same time, there's the whole licking fingers thing and the washing and the towelettes, and it's never approach a hooker with sticky fingers. It's not good. Things happen. People get called over very quickly, and you get us to leave. But anyway, that aside, what I'm saying is basically, this is going to be an SCW first. We are witnessing a first. We are witnessing something, the creation of SCW history. I mean, it's mind-blowing that the fact that, yet again, Stu Hu, and to a point JT Cash, he was there when SCW first came in, so it's worthwhile. It's almost apt that this SCW first should be JT Cash and Stu Hu. Stu Hu, first global champion of SCW. Stu Hu, champion going into the conception of SCW. It's a given that this is destiny almost. But who's am I to deny Scorpio or Valentine? I mean, we have a hard fight on our hands. We don't expect to just go up to them, laugh at their inability to cooperate, and then walk out the victors. We will be fighting hard. We will be fighting as best as we damn can. We have an advantage in that we are a team, but at the same token, will they use this against us by trying to break the team up? It's great. There's a dynamic. We are weak because we're a team. We're strong because we're a team. It's one of those things. People are going to presume that because we're a team, because we can be picked apart, that might create cracks which we can get into and be exploited. And all it takes is a moment of distraction. Clunk. I've accidentally knocked JT Cash to the apron. From the apron to the outside. We've batched heads. We've missed time drop kicks. Tags got made. We didn't see it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what the fuck happened there? It's milliseconds of error. But will Scorpio be able to bury his ego? Will Valentine let him? Will it be a case of trying to prove to each other that if they were to win, who would then go on to win against them? Whereas with JT and myself, we can leave this argument until after we've secured the win and got through to that final. I just don't know if our opponents will be able to do the same. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Well, Who fans, Cult of Personality, I apologise. Your Messiah is unable to really give you any sort of pep talk on this one. This is a true blue new for us. This is almost unheard of. I am practically speechless. I guess we'll have to just wait and see in the night. Will the best team win? Will the best team win? Will the best people win? Who knows? It's hard to play for. Guess there's only one thing left to see. And I can say it last, and I can say it loud, and I can say it proud, because, oh my god, no one's going to be calling this one off the air. But who loves you, and who you love? 150%, baby. See you guys in the ring. It's good to be back.